Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now it's been quite a while since I've done a few videos actually. The last ones were queued up from a while ago, so I guess I need to give a bit of an explanation what's going on, why have the videos slowed down a little bit and where things are up to, because the more eagle-eyed viewers will notice this car has moved round. We still don't have a Z3 parked over there. This car hasn't been for its MOT. I'm getting rained on as well, so there's a few things to update you on, so I'll do that now. So as I said in the introduction, it is raining and I was getting rained on. So we've come inside the Volvo 480 because that's probably one of the first things I want to update you on. You'll see quite a lot of the interior, not the door card I should say, but quite a lot of the Volvo 480 interior is back together. You can see the driving position and the driving setup is all pretty much done. You can see the center console is back in. I've got a couple of bits of trim and the car computer, that's not the engine ECU, that's the rest of the car controls. That needs to go back in up there. A few of the trim panels to put in. I still haven't decided on this door. I should probably put the door card on, but if you recall, there is a bit of a problem with the door stay on that side, and actually the door's going to have to come off to solve that, because the door's going to have to come off. I'm going to have to weld a panel on and then I can put the door stay back on again. The other thing that you will notice is the dirty great big crack that's running along the windscreen. Now the good news is I went to a place up in Durham who kindly supplied me with a window, so I've got a front windscreen. Cut to shot of where the windscreen is currently being stored, but there we go, we've got a windscreen and that needs fitting. Now that's going to be an exciting video. That's going to be a video that comes up at some point because we need to do the windscreen. That's going to be quite a job. Not quite sure how that's going to go at the moment. Something about taking the trim panels off, I'm not really sure. There's no guide to doing it that I can find. I can just find generic windscreen replacement guides, so that could be an interesting one. What else? Oh, so I was getting rained on. Yeah, let me show you. So, as you know, a few years ago, I built a carport that allowed me to keep the Volvo 480 in the dry. Now, what you will notice is we have a frame, but we have nothing covering us, because in my infinite wisdom, about a week and a half ago I decided to remove it because over winter it did get damaged quite badly and all of them needed replacing. But unfortunately what I did was I took them down, realised I didn't have all the materials I needed, which has now arrived obviously, and since then it has poured down pretty much for a week non-stop here in the UK. It's absolutely miserable. It is raining right now. You probably can't see it on camera. I am getting soaked and it is still raining. So the problem is I can't get on and do the roof because it's raining, and that's also uncovered the other bit that I thought, or I'd kind of ignored with the Volvo. And you'll see I've attempted to solve it, or temporarily. Right. Oh, we've got water leaking in. We've got quite a lot of water leaking in. And you can see we've got a bit of a puddle going on down here. Now I have removed the ABS sensor plug to let it drain out a little bit, but it's leaking down here. It's leaking through the lights, which is quite a common problem. So it's the seal along here. And actually I've just noticed, I thought this side was dry, but clearly it's not. Might need to check that side as well. Probably the same issue. It's probably leaking through the lenses. Now the thing is, these are the original lenses that are on mine. They are a little bit tired. You can see they're a little bit greyed over. I don't think they're that bad. I mean, they should look like that really. But I think that's not too bad. The problem's going to be that I'm going to need to remove these. And I've got a nasty feeling, in my haste to fix these in the past, I think I added silicone or glue to them, against all the advice that everybody said, do not do that, no matter what you do not do that. I did that. It hasn't worked, it's leaking, and now I need to take them off. Now you can also see this one has already got a crack forming. Now hopefully that isn't bad enough to cause a problem, but will it come out in one piece? I think I'm going to get that dried up and then I'm going to show you the plan. Okay, two things. First of all, you will notice these are replacement seals. Now I bought these off my good pal Jeff, who's helped out with all sorts of Volvo stuff for me. So I bought these because he's got the right pattern guide, and he actually sells them in the UK. I'll put a link down there, so if you do need any Volvo parts, he can tend to do them. So we've got those, which is good. Now I have bought this stuff. It's super glue debonder. What I'm hoping, it says that it's safe for paintwork. Well, that's true or not, but what I'm hoping is it'll start to loosen it a little bit and help those come off. I'm going to do it really slowly and take my time. And the other part of helping the waterproofing is in here. And this is supposedly a correct fit Volvo480 boot seal. Does actually look quite close. Let's go and have a look at it on the car and compare it against the existing one, because that's the other thing, the boot does still leak, and I think it's because the old rubber is all a bit tired and it's not as springy as it should be. I'm going to go and have a look and see if this is going to fit. Looks a lot narrower to me. That old boot seal looks big and chunky, and this one looks thin and flimsy. So I'm not sure if that's actually going to help or not. I mean, it can't be worse, right? It should just grip there. I mean, that's quite a difference, isn't it? Look at the thickness. I'm not sure if that's actually going to work or not. But I'm gonna persist, because you can see the problem. Look, you see this bit, you see how squashed that piece is. It should be up and nice like that, but it's really squashed down just from years of use, and it's not looking great, to be honest. I'm going to get the old one out. Let's continue fitting the new one. Let's see what it looks like. Right, it's on. I'll need to obviously sort that when I put the trim back on. It looks quite thin and flimsy, that. I'm not convinced it's going to do the job right, but it's the only one that you can actually get that has the right profile that I can see as well. So we're going to see how that goes. Now time to start soaking this with that degluer and see what happens. I'm really nervous about this, like super nervous. If these break, first of all, they're really difficult to get hold of. There's no such thing as second hand. There's no replacements either. You can't get easy replacements of these. There is someone that remanufactures them, but they are very expensive and I really don't want to go down that route. First thing, remove the fasteners. I think there's 3 of these. They're bolted in. This also says this stuff is plastic safe, which I really hope is the case. I don't want this to actually... Oh, it's really liquidy. I was hoping it would be like a bit of a gel. Actually, there's no rubber seal at all on this one. Not sure if that one needs it. It probably should. And now we see what's happening and see whether they start to prise off or not. That's really stuck. That's what we want to avoid. Bits coming off like that. This is pretty disgusting because there's all sorts of gunge and gunk coming out. You can see some of the old rubber, but at the same time you can also see what I seem to remember now, in that I used silicone, and that's the problem. Now I am managing to get this spudger right in, and you can see that that's given quite a gap there to help separate it. So I just need to do the same all round. You can see it's starting to dig in places. Now when I push on here, the whole thing is actually moving now, accompanied by some quite terrifying cracking noises. But it is moving. I mean, the fact that the spudger there fell out. Oh, okay. We've got movement that side. Let me get you a better angle. I caught it. I caught it. Oh wow. Okay. It didn't shatter. I do have some damage, but I don't think it's gone completely in. So I think I'm okay. I mean, you can see the old rubber seal there, but it's out. And I can also see the mess I've made with silicone and bonding agent and rubbish, you can see. All of that rubbish. That all needs cleaning up and done properly. That's cleaned up okay actually. I've got most of the silicone off, so I think it's going to bond quite nicely. And I think that's probably going to do me. I need to fit the new seals, clean it all up. I also want to look into how to seal it properly. But I think that is going to be on the next video, because I'm quite pleased with managing to get those off. I do need to somehow seal this, because no doubt it'll start pouring down with rain again very, very soon. But for now, I hope that's good progress on the Volvo. If you like the video, pop a thumbs up down the bottom, really appreciate that. And also make sure you're subscribed. It helps the channel out, helps me out, and makes me make more content like this. So I'll see you on the next video.